Bolton Wanderers are back in business. Matthew Taylor's goal against Hull and a superb display by Jussi Jääskeläinen made it back-to-back wins for Gary Megson's team. But next up is Liverpool. Robbie Keane destroyed West Brom in their last league game, and with Liverpool now snapping at the heels of leaders Chelsea, is this the season when Rafa Benitez finally delivers the title? When they met Bolton last season, Liverpool were in sparkling form, smashing home 7 goals. Good afternoon from the Reebok Stadium for this crucial game in the Barclays Premier League as Bolton Wanderers take on Liverpool. I'm Alan Parry, and former Premier League star Nigel Winterburn is alongside me in the commentary box. Well, Liverpool will return to the top of the Premier League table if they beat Bolton in this lunchtime kickoff here in Lancashire. At the moment, they trail the leaders Chelsea only on goal difference. But Chelsea are playing the bottom club West Brom later today, and with both Arsenal and Manchester United having home games, Liverpool will know that they really can't afford any slip-ups here. In their last away game in the Premier League, Benitez saw his team lose their unbeaten record to Tottenham, and when they returned to White Hart Lane in midweek for a Carling Cup tie, they lost again, albeit with a much-changed lineup. Nigel, how much do you think those two defeats will have affected Liverpool's confidence?
Well, it certainly will have affected the confidence, although they've... well, some people say they've been in good form this season, and I think earlier in the season, although they were picking up results, some of the fans were saying that the results hadn't been great. So this will be a big test for them today, those couple of losses, and Bolton in good form as well. I think this is going to be a really interesting game today, and if Liverpool are going to be serious contenders for the Barclays Premier League, this is a ground and a game today where they need to pick up points.
Do you believe that this is the season when Liverpool can finally end their long wait for the title?
Well, I still think that it's Chelsea and Manchester United are going to battle it out. But Liverpool are in a fantastic position this season. Probably they will think that this is going to be their realistic chance of challenging for the league. But I still think that they may come up a little bit short, but they're in a good position.
Bolton too have improved recently, although they're still only 2 points above the relegation places. 5 points separate a dozen clubs in the Premier League table. It really is the closest season I think that anyone can remember for a very long time. This is a ground where Liverpool have had their problems in recent years as we bring you today's team news. Bolton welcome back their captain, Kevin Nolan. He was suspended for last week's 1-0 win at Hull City and replaces Ricardo Gardner in a 5-man midfield behind striker Kevin Davis, who will be supported from the left by Swedish international Johan Elmander. With no injuries to worry about and confidence high after successive victories against Manchester City and Hull, this lineup pretty much picked itself, and Bolton, as usual, could prove very hard to break down. It's a much more familiar-looking Liverpool lineup than the one that started the midweek Carling Cup tie at Tottenham. Rafa Benitez made no fewer than 10 changes for the game at White Hart Lane, with Daniel Agger the only player who had featured in the previous league game against West Brom. This, however, is closer to Liverpool's strongest 11, the obvious exception being the absence of Fernando Torres. He started against Tottenham in midweek, but still looks short of fitness, so returns to the subs bench. Kevin Nolan returns to skipper a Bolton side, as ever, will rely heavily on Kevin Davis. Fernando Torres has to sit it out again. He started, as I mentioned, the Carling Cup tie against Tottenham in midweek, but Rafa Benitez has admitted that he's probably still 2 to 3 weeks short of full fitness, so he's back on the bench today. And obviously Liverpool will miss the man who scored 33 goals in his first season in English football. Bolton have risen to 11th in the table. They're on 14 points from 12 games. If they win, just going back to what we were saying earlier about the closeness of the league table, they'll actually go up to 8th for at least a couple of hours. Nigel, it does seem remarkable this season that there's so little between the teams.
Yes, it does. I think when I was playing and certainly been watching the league since I've been retired, you always looked for 10 games, and you tended then to work out, obviously most people knew what the top 4 would be. Then you would have a look at people that teams that could get into UEFA Cup place, and then the teams that were struggling for relegation. Well, this season it's almost impossible, because there's only a few points separating the very bottom team to a team in the UEFA Cup place. So if you win a couple of games from being bottom, suddenly you're in a UEFA Cup place. It's going to make for a very, very interesting season.
Liverpool have suffered 2 defeats in their last 4 League and Cup matches. That's after going unbeaten for their first 16 games this season. Both those defeats, of course, were against Tottenham. Sammy Lee, very popular figure, still here at Bolton Wanderers, where he was manager for a short while. Didn't really work out for him. He seems better suited, if you'll pardon me saying so, to the role of number 2, which he now occupies alongside Rafa Benitez. Rob Styles, one of the Premier League's more controversial referees, is the man in charge here today. Liverpool in their familiar all-red, Bolton from left to right in the white shirts. Led again by Kevin Nolan, from Liverpool himself, and a big red fan who used to stand on the Kop as a youngster. Always a game that motivates him, this one. Liverpool get us underway after the embarrassment of that 4-2 defeat in the Carling Cup in midweek. This more familiar looking Liverpool lineup, their fans hope anyway, will return to more familiar form. They have had to make a couple of changes. Jamie Carragher has gone over to right back. He's played there many times earlier in his career. Sami Hyypiä has come into the centre of defence alongside Daniel Agger. Aurelio is suspended. Big Liverpool following here as ever, as Davis loses possession. Sami Hyypiä's clearance. He scored in that Carling Cup tie in midweek, but he was also given a torrid time by the Tottenham attack. Almost 10 years at Liverpool now, signed by Gerard Houllier, in fact. Davis, the focal point of so much that is good about this Bolton side. Well, I ought to dwell on the ball normally like that, but he got away with it. And the goalkeeper caught in no man's land as he decided to try and come out and intercept.
Yeah, Rayner just caught out early there.
But not there, even though McCann was barging in on him. Very early kick as well by Rayner.
Just wondering, in the early moments of this game, 1 or 2 players are slipping on the surface. Obviously the Premiership teams like to water the surface, but I'm just wondering whether it's quite firm underneath and wet on top.
Keane, Nolan, Mwamba feeds it into the right. Steinson, the Islamic international, continues his run. It came sliding in for Liverpool. How many points Liverpool have dropped so far in draws against Aston Villa away and Stoke at home, and of course that first defeat at Tottenham. Harry Cahill, the former Aston Villa man, he's formed a good partnership at the heart of the Bolton Wanderers defence. Andy O'Brien, the other defender, alongside him. Steinson's throw. There's Davis. Mascherano back to Sami Hyypiä. Liverpool will try and settle into their rhythm as early as they can against the Bolton team that delight in breaking up the rhythm of whoever they play against. Dirk Kuyt, the hard-working Dutchman. Alonso, cultured player in the middle of the field for Liverpool. Rambo will have a key role protecting the back four for Bolton today. Here's Daniel Agger, the one recognised first-team player, apart from Torres, who played in midweek against Tottenham. Easy interception for Jääskeläinen. Bobby Keane got his first 2 Premier League goals for Liverpool in the last game against West Bromwich Albion. He'd already scored, of course, in Europe. Well, Liverpool hesitated then and could have paid the price as Taylor delivered the snapshot.
Yeah, it's just a long kick down the middle from Jessica line. Liverpool don't deal with it. It's a ricochet. Taylor fires it away. I just thought he was going to try and curl this with his left foot into the far corner. He snatches at it a little bit. Didn't quite catch it right, and it's just wide of the post, but a good opportunity.
He got the winning goal against Hull. Liverpool moving forward with menace, but Keane outnumbered in the Bolton box. Introduction of Alberto Riera has certainly given Liverpool more balance on the left-hand side. It's been a real success. He already had a season in English football, not quite as successful, it has to be said, when he was on loan at Manchester City. Liverpool build again from the back. Gerrard available, and Hurdle the tackle, given away to McCann. Taylor seeing a lot of the ball down this right-hand side, and he's moved into a good position here. Have they been able to find him? Liverpool was short of cover. Cleverly done by Aurelio. Taylor again. The overlap by Steinson. A great ball in. Sami Hyypiä had to get that.
Yeah, terrific ball into the box by Steinson. Hyypiä to use all his height there. Lovely bit of play by Bolton down this right-hand side. They worked the ball well. Steinson almost slipped. Gets a great cross in. And Hyypiä, with all his height, just managed to clear it away. Great start to this game.
Sami Hyypiä no longer first choice, really, at the heart of Liverpool's defence, which he has been for so many years, but still a very, very accomplished player. Riera to take on Steinson, and it's a goal kick, came back off him. But he has given Liverpool a new option down the left-hand side, hasn't he, Nigel?
Yeah, he has, and obviously, stated the obvious with his left foot. I think he likes to stay out on the left-hand side. It gives him a bit better balance, a bit more width. He can drift inside. He likes to take players on. He's also got a very, very good touch, and he'll be a good addition to this Liverpool squad.
Because header. Taylor again. He's been pulled out of the middle here, just trying to cover the cross from Davis. This is Liverpool's 21st game of the season already in all competitions. They've won 14, drawn 4, and curiously, the only matches they've lost, both, as we've mentioned, against Tottenham. And Count goes forward for the throw. And available for Sami Hyypiä. McCann winning it back. Nolan in the middle. Davis, that was unlucky. Almost profited from Agger's slip. Lord Samuel happy to shepherd that back to his goalkeeper, who was absolutely outstanding at Hull City last week, made 3 or 4 world-class saves. By Davis. Hyypiä covering for Liverpool. They have an excellent away record. 4 wins, 1 draw. That one defeat at Tottenham. They've only let in 4 goals as well in those 6 away games. Mascherano finds Hyypiä. Gallagher to his right, Alonso to his left, and he looks for the direct ball to Keane. Foul on Couch.
That's good play. by Liverpool there. Robbie Keane chasing a lost course, just gets a little toe on it, Count reacts, is clearly brought over, and this is really Liverpool's best chance for the match so far after 8.5 minutes just gone, because Bolton have started the game very well.
Aurelio and Gerrard over the ball for Liverpool. Riera's been left unmarked on the far post, and he's a pretty good header of the ball, tall figure. No one from Liverpool making a challenge, strangely. Mascherano heads it back in. And back by Alonso, and on he goes. Riera. Oh, that's good defending. Held a very firm line then, Bolton. When Davis looked up, there was no one he could hit in the opposition half. Taylor with an ambitious ball. Sami Hyypiä for Liverpool. Beginning to get a measure of possession now. Fourth last season, remember, they were 11 points adrift of the champions Manchester United. Keane, the addition to the squad since, in possession here, finding Kaut. Gerrard had made a great run and he couldn't find him. Here's Riera. Aurelio. And Bolton just sitting very deep at the moment. Risky tactic, perhaps. It's one we expected, Nigel, when we saw their team named.
Yes, I think what, just to hold on a sec here, is Liverpool break away.
Carragher. Unfamiliar position for them. Certainly the vast majority of his games in recent years have been in the centre of defence. Alonso looked for him again.
I think what Bolton Wanderers will try to do is, when they lose the ball in the Liverpool half, it looks to me as if they're going to drop off to the halfway line and let Liverpool have the ball and make it very, very difficult for Liverpool to get the ball into Robbie Keane, because he likes to come off. Although he's playing that lone centre-forward role, he likes to come off and get the ball between the defenders and the midfield, and I think Bolton are going to just drop off and condense that space, make it difficult for him. We've already seen early he's had to try and make a couple of runs in and behind the centre-half, and they're finding it hard to get the ball into Robbie Keane.
Aurelio knocks it long, looking for Keane. Kaut forced infield. Mascherano's ball over the top. Riera's onside here. Bolton hesitated, expecting a flag. Careless play by Bolton's defence then. And Taylor's clearance not convincing. He was allowed to go and reach it himself, however. Second one was much better for Davis, who might have been tripped then. He's claiming he was. But it's only a throw.
Yeah, we just saw what we were talking about earlier with Riera. Picks up the ball wide on the left, looks as if he's going to cross it. He was going to cross it early into the space. There was no Liverpool player in there. Cut inside, and as he fires his shot away with his right foot, it was a good block by the Bolton defence. But there we saw Riera using the space well. End product wasn't quite there.
Plenty of time here for Hyypiä. And he used it well. Kaut. Riera seeing a lot of the ball, encouraged to take on Steinson. Aurelio. Here's Mascherano. Alonso keeps it moving out to the right. And Liverpool camped in Bolton's half, even Sami Hyypiä able to station himself there at the moment. Mascherano. Very difficult, isn't it, regardless of the opposition, when teams pack so many men behind the ball. Bolton are used to this, they're good at it, and they win it back.
Well, what Bolton are doing is they're condensing the play, as I said earlier, between their midfield and their back four. They know they've done their homework. Robbie Keane usually likes to come off, he likes to drift into the midfield area and pick up the ball. He's not being allowed to do that, and Liverpool are finding it difficult to build up any momentum.
Nolan. Lloyd Samuel joins the attack. The skipper's given it away here and did well to win it back, to be fair to him, and the snapshot. Very consistent goal scorer, Kevin Nolan. In fact, no Bolton player has ever scored more than him in the Premier League. He's on 39 goals at this level now. Just one this season, and that actually came in a Carling Cup tie against Northampton. Slow, careful, measured Liverpool build-up, something they're used to, particularly in European games down the years. They'll stay patient. But Bolton stay strong. Amanda, who's better known really as a central striker, being employed on the left of midfield and defending well then.
Yeah, well, obviously when he's playing out on this left-hand side, if Jamie Carragher gets forward, as he has done on a couple of occasions, it's his job to track him back until he can pass him on to the fullback. And obviously he didn't get a call there, so dropped really deep into that defensive role. Very important, you know, we always think of wingers as an attacking sense, but it's equally important that they, when they're out of possession, that they come back and support their back four.
Well, Liverpool have had the lion's share of possession in this opening 15 minutes, but Bolton looking threatening themselves now with Matthew Taylor. Disappointing ball this time. And Alonso had plenty of time to see it out. Bolton beat Stoke City, newly promoted as they were, on the opening day of this season. Then they managed just one win in their next 9 league games before those 2 recent victories against Manchester City and Hull. It's almost 2 years since Bolton won 3 games on the bounce in the Premier League. In difficult opposition, though they undoubtedly are, they don't have a very good record against the Big Four, as they're known. They lost home and away to Liverpool last season, conceding 7 goals in the process. It's certainly been a cautious opening by the home side, but I'm sure Gary Megson will believe that if you open up against teams with Liverpool's quality, then you're committing suicide. Hupia. Clumsy. And you might regret that. J. Lloyd Samuel keeps on running down that left-hand side. And he recovered well. That's it back from Jamie Carragher. Xabi Alonso. Mascherano. A lot of space ahead of him now, and the Argentine international uses it. Riera is in the Spanish squad for their international next week, as indeed, of course, is Alonso here, and Torres, even though he's far from fully fit. Couch cross, took a deflection, first Liverpool corner.
Yeah, I think in the first 16 minutes here, we're seeing the problem that Bolton have got. They made a positive start, I thought, in the first 5 minutes. They tried to take the game to Liverpool, but if you sit back and then you make a breakaway, or just break off.
They're quickly taking corner, Hupia forward. Ooh, yeah, he was inches away from making contact himself then. Now Alonso. Still a lot forward here for Liverpool, including Sami Hupia. Kaut wins the header. They just can't break out at the moment, Bolton Wanderers. How many white shirts there are in and around that penalty box. Riera. He leaves it to Mascherano. To pass their way through here, Liverpool. Now it needs to go in from Riera, and it did. And the header by Daniel Agger.
I think this is a decent chance for Agger when we see this again. Ball's played in from a wide area. Well, I think Agger, it's a difficult chance for him, but just needed to guide that on target. I think that would have nestled in the back of the net. But what I was trying to say about Bolton is because they're sitting deep, when they make the breakaway and they get the ball forward, they're then not able to get men in support of the ball. And occasionally they've tried to get 2 or 3 men forward, and that's when the game gets stretched, and Liverpool can then start to get their passing game going. So I think at the moment Bolton are caught between, do they sit back and try and defend deep, or do they need to squeeze a little bit higher, try and put Liverpool under a bit more pressure so that when they win the ball they can get forward themselves quicker? They are the home team.
And they felt they should have had a free kick then, probably justifiably so. It looked as though Davis had been fouled. The statistics that come out every season shows that he commits more fouls and gets more fouls against him than any other striker. Here's Nolan. Well, you could see what he was thinking there. At first he was going to shoot, then he saw J. Lloyd Samuel making a run and he got caught in two minds. Keane trying his best to stay onside for Liverpool.
I think Nolan did tremendously well there. The ball just got caught between his feet. I think initially he wanted to shoot, and then he just gets caught. Lovely little passage of 1 and 2 touch from Bolton. They moved the ball really well. I think here he wants to shoot, and then realises that Hoopier's too close. Samuel's outside him, takes the wrong option.
Very important player though for Bolton. Very glad to see him back. They are today after suspension. Davis winning another header. J. Lloyd Samuel. Here's Mwamba. Given away to Riera. That could be costly. That's just the kind of thing Liverpool will be looking for, to try and break before Bolton get men back behind the ball. Gerrard advanced here as well, so is Keane. Keane shot.
Yeah, good play by Liverpool. It's exactly what I was saying. Bolton committed men forward, and all of a sudden Liverpool are at the back four. Keane makes a terrific little run. The angle's too tight. I think he's just trying to play this across the face of goal and hope somebody was coming in, but Liverpool themselves didn't have enough men forward.
Cout. There's Alonso. Well, he has scored some spectacular goals over the years, hasn't he, from his opposition half? Once or twice, but that was never going to be one of them.
He obviously didn't watch Jääskeläinen in action last week. It was absolutely outstanding. I would have been surprised if he would have caught the keeper out from there.
And was it an FA Cup tie a few years ago where he scored from his own, from the opposition half against Luton?
That was Luton, wasn't it? Yeah. Terrific goal that was. I can understand it's good vision, but a quality goalkeeper like Jääskeläinen, hope he doesn't let me down now. Was not going to be getting caught out from there.
Well, they have to make the most of set pieces. It could be the key route to a goal for Bolton Wanderers. Steinson. Plenty in the box this time for the home side. The cross, poor. And again, now he's been sucked forward. This is where Liverpool can hit them. Needed a better ball, but it's got there off J. Lloyd Samuel to Cout and on to Gerrard. Keane is pulled away. Here's Der Cout. How unlucky.
Well, this is terrific play by Liverpool. They get lucky here with a little deflection, but from here, great run by Gerrard. Reverses it back to Cout. And I'm just wondering, oh no, the keeper didn't get anywhere near it. And Cout fires the shot in. Smashes against the crossbar. Terrific counter-attacking play by Liverpool.
Riera. Now Mascherano. Midway through the first half here in the Barclays Premier League. Bolton Wanderers 0, Liverpool 0. Liverpool can go back top if they win, or indeed if they get even 1 point. But Chelsea are playing later. Wanderers sizing up his options. He's certainly not been put under any pressure in his own half. There's Hoopier. It's key that defenders like Agger and Hoopier come forward against this deep-lying defence. Cout to take on Samuel. And in behind Alonso, Mascherano, not a noted goal scorer.
Well, this falls perfectly, doesn't it, from Mascherano? Just got to put his laces through that, strike through the middle of the ball. Scuffed it a little bit and it was deflected away for a corner.
It was an He ever scored one goal, by the way, Mascherano, for Liverpool. Aurelio's corner, too deep for Hookie. It's come out to Steven Gerrard, straight back in. Well, if they can get to half-time, still level, Bolton may decide to be a little less cautious in the second half. McCann looking for Davis. Reina goes long, but inaccurately, straight to Samuel. Little push there by Carragher. Didn't really need to commit the foul. Taylor switching over momentarily to that left-hand side.
I think Bolton can use their set plays as an opportunity to put the Liverpool back four under pressure. I think they see this is one of their best opportunities of scoring.
McCann delivers. Wasn't bad either. Now Liverpool will look to break swiftly, but Keane looks up and sees no one ahead of him. There is now Steven Gerrard. Vieira moving in to give some space to Aurelio down the left. But it's bypassed the Spanish international, and it's Bolton's throw, despite Liverpool's protests.
You can see the difficulty that Liverpool have of trying to break down Bolton when they build up the play slowly. Liverpool's best chances have come when Bolton have lost the ball in the Liverpool final third, and Liverpool have broken quickly on them. When Liverpool are keeping the ball, it's a slow build-up, but it also allows Bolton time to get back, form almost a wall of two lines with the midfield four and then a back four. And Liverpool then have got to try and work the ball, and I think at the moment it's too slow.
Was that a handball by Agger? Well, in fact, the linesman has indicated that Davis fouled him.
Davis has no need to foul here because Agger is under pressure. Look, they're both pushing, they're both shoving, and then just at the end, Davis just pushes him away. There's no need to do that.
Liverpool breaks swiftly again. Gerrard and Keane combining. Samuel wins it back. Here's McCann for Bolton Wanderers. Sure, Liverpool fans will regard this as one of those games that if you've got serious title ambitions, you have to win. Bolton have already played Arsenal and Manchester United this season and lost to both of them. All about being patient and taking their opportunity when it comes for Liverpool today. As yet, we've just had that terrific effort by Dirk Kuyt against the crossbar. Not a great deal to show for 27 minutes of dominance, you might think. Aurelio. Vieira. And Mascherano, who decides to scrap the play to Kuyt. You can hear the cries of get out from the Bolton bench, trying to get their players to push up a little. Kuyt. Now Alonso. Good ball. Vieira. Cross was disappointing. Aurelio might do better, and does. Kuyt's header! Brilliant goal! Absolutely brilliant! Dirk Kuyt, who operates mainly down Liverpool's right-hand side, comes into the position he knows best and does what he knows best.
Well, initially Vieira tries to fire this ball into the box. It gets blocked. It's whipped back in. Look at Kuyt's header. Terrific header. Meets it full on and guides it into the far corner past Jaskalainen. I can't tell you how good a header this is. To beat the keeper from there with such ease. Terrific header. from Kout, a Liverpool lead.
It's his 7th goal of the season, the Dutchman, and he has recently scored winning goals against Manchester City and Wigan in the Premier League. Now Bolton have a dilemma. All very well defending, all very well having a 5-man midfield and sitting back, but when you concede a goal, what do they do now?
I was just going to say before Kout scored there that Liverpool's out ball in this game is definitely out to Riera. He's got plenty of space out on this left-hand side. Steinson is not close enough to him, and Riera's got plenty of time to pick out his crosses, although that cross initially was blocked, fell to Liverpool again, and the quality of the cross for Kout's goal was exceptional as well. And Bolton now do have a problem, because once you've set up your formation and it looks a little bit defensively to me, now you find yourself a goal down, it's difficult to change your mindset into, well, we must now go out and attack.
Yes, it was just the goal that he was praying for and that Gary Megson would have been dreading. It's got the Liverpool fans singing again. Oh, great skill. Here's Kout once more. Keane is up with him this time. It's Keane! Oh, my word, he's missed an absolute sitter. Riera gets it back in. Away by Samuel. Well, a player of the quality of Robbie Keane, that is an astonishing miss. Riera delivers again. He's really knocking some crosses in. This one's gone straight out to the goal scorer. Samuel eventually wrestles it back. Look how deep Amanda is here. He wouldn't have been expecting to find himself that far into his own half, and they're giving it away again. And one or two of the Bolton fans beginning to express their displeasure here. I think they'll want to see their team open up a lot more than this in the second half. Liverpool totally bossing the game.
Bolton can still say condensed if they want to, but they could move 30 or 40 yards up the pitch and try and condense the play in Liverpool's half. It's about sometimes being brave. Shouldn't really be telling Gary Megson what to do, but I still feel his team are too deep. They've handed the initiative to Liverpool, and now I think it's going to be difficult for Bolton to try and change the way that they're playing.
Hand in the face there, Steinson on Riera. Fair play to him, he didn't make a meal of it, got up and got on with it.
I just wonder, watching Robbie Keane there, I think he already thinks before this ball goes in the back of the net he's scored. I can't quite believe he's missed. I'm not sure what he was trying to do here. I'm just watching this as Kout plays it to him. Oh, it looks as if he's trying to just flick this over the goalkeeper quite nonchalantly. Surely he should have gone with his left foot and just slid it into the empty net.
Well, we always have a competition for goal of the season. If they start one for miss of the season, I'm afraid that's right up there. Now, can he atone for it here? It's Keane, just muscled out of it by Cahill.
Well, he was muscled out of that because his touch was poor. Good touch there by Robbie Keane. Usually he's got one, and he's clear on goal, 1 against 1. Poor touch, wasted opportunity.
No doubt Fernando Torres, watching from the bench, will be thinking, goodness me, I wish that chance had fallen my way. But there is no argument about Robbie Keane's quality, and normally, well, I would say 99 times out of 100 he would have stuck that one away. Oh, a lovely ball if he gets there, Kout, and he has. Liverpool using the full width to great effect here. Kout down the right, Riera down the left. Fullbacks overlapping as well. But I must say Bolton are making it easy for them by their, well, let's be honest, negative tactics. Here's Kout, Keane. Look where Jamie Carragher is. Bolton just cannot get any kind of foothold in this game at the moment.
But because they're defending so deep. Every time they're clearing the ball, they've only got Davis up front. The ball's landing to a Liverpool player, so the pressure builds and builds. You can hear it within the crowd.
Well, the striker turned midfielder, turned fullback, continues to be nearer his own goal than the opposition's. And you feel Bolton have got to change something in the second half. A second Liverpool goal now would give them an enormous problem.
Well, if you're a Bolton supporter watching this game, I think you'll be hoping that you go in at 1-0.
No, it could have been 2. Daniel Agger with the confidence to try from distance.
Yeah, space opens up for Agger. He's got a terrific left foot. And doesn't need a second invitation, does he, to fire that away just wide of the target. But Liverpool are building momentum, and if it carries on like this, it could soon be 2-0. But I do look back to a game not so long ago where Liverpool should have killed the opposition off, and they ended up losing the game against Tottenham. I wonder whether we're going to see a similar fate today.
Yes, that will be the fear while it remains 1-0. Still 10 minutes of this half to go, though. Well, what does he do? Penny for his thoughts at the moment. Without being disrespectful, it's almost the tactics of a lower division team in an FA Cup tie, trying to just hold out defensively against a superior side, and Bolton are much better than that.
Well, I am surprised because Bolton have won their last 2 games, so they must be confident. I would have liked to have seen Almanda and Davis up front. Let's put the 2 centre-halves of Liverpool under pressure. Hoopier hasn't played much football this season. With Bolton's style, you could have thought that they could have put the Liverpool back 4 under pressure, created some chances of their own, but they haven't really created anything in this match.
And it's Liverpool looking to create themselves now. And usually for Steven Gerrard, a poor ball. And here's the problem Bolton have, perfectly illustrated. Samuel gets it, looks up, 1 white shirt surrounded by 3 or 4 red. And Liverpool win it back easily. Well, it would have been easy if the goalkeeper had helped the defender make up his mind there. Gerrard. No pressure at all on the man on the ball, Alonso there. Now Keane trying to break in. And once again, an easy clearance, this time for Sami Hyypiä. Nolan. Samuel. Amanda back to the left back. But look what's happened again. They've had to go back to their goalkeeper. Sami Hyypiä's header. Mascherano covering. Keane lays it off with the chest. Vieira. Aurelio. That's gone out. Need to get some momentum going before half-time here, Bolton. Gary Moxon's a manager who doesn't mince words. I would think there'll be some harsh things said, but of course he has to accept part of the responsibility for the tactics.
I think sometimes, as a manager, it's the mindset that maybe you portray to your players. I just feel, look at this game. I'm sure Gary Megson wouldn't have said to his team, we're going to set out today to defend, because we're playing at home. But maybe with the players he's picked and the formation, and they're playing Liverpool, who are very good at keeping the ball and moving the ball. Maybe his team talk wasn't quite right. It just seems a little bit negative. And I'm sure the Bolton faithful are going to let their team know at half-time what they think.
Liverpool won 3-1 in the corresponding fixture here last season, 4-0 when the teams met at Anfield. Riera back in his own half. That's a rare event in this first half. Moamba. That's a good ball, actually. Oh, unlucky. First touch from Davis, a little untidy. Gerrard breaks, Keane ahead of him, and he finds him. Offside, however. Surely he doesn't think so.
Well, he's just wagging his finger. Let's just have a look. He wasn't offside, was he? He's nowhere near. Bobby Keane is usually excellent at timing those runs. He was again then, but he was let down.
He was quite right to admonish the linesman, Mr. Watts, on that side. There's Cahill. Looking for Davis. Away by Sami Hyypiä. Is Amanda challenged?
Just looking at this Bolton line, I'm just wondering whether Graham Megson is playing like this because Nolan, Moamba and McCann, maybe they haven't got the leg speed, the ability, the power to get up and down the pitch in a 2, so he's had to go for a 3, which is making it more difficult for them to build up any momentum. Maybe he just feels that the Liverpool midfield is more powerful than his own, so he's tried to put another man in there to help combat that.
Well, I wonder if we'll see the introduction in the second half of Ricardo Gardner, who's a bit unfortunate to be left out today. He came on recently and turned the game against Manchester City, scored a goal, made another, and he certainly has got the power and the pace to cause Liverpool problems. Five minutes to half-time, and I can't think there's going to be much stoppage time. I can't remember a stoppage. No one's really got injured. It's been a slow-paced game, which is unusual for the Premier League, simply by the fact that Liverpool have had so much of the ball. Hyypiä had more time than he realised then, I think. Skied his clearance. And there's another up and under. Just need someone to get it down and control it here. Gerrard's the man to do that. And Alonso. Good ball. Riera. Always a threat when he has it. Back to Steven Gerrard. Alonso. Bolton backing away again, giving Liverpool players space and time. Ooh, he got lucky there. Steinson, he got very lucky. That's a great ball, to be fair to him. And Reina did well. Off they go again with McCann. Reina to the rescue once more, colliding with Taylor.
Oh, Reina was very quickly out of his goal a few seconds earlier. I just felt a better pass through, and Bolton would have been clear, and they would have had a chance to get back into this game. They've offered very little going forward in the first 42 minutes. They need to find a way to get back into this game. The positives for me at the moment are that Liverpool are only leading 1-0.
Yeah, that will be the thing that Gary Megson will cling to if it remains that way up to half-time. And those possession statistics not really reflecting Liverpool's dominance here. Cow with a splendid goal on 29 minutes to give them the lead. Slow to spot the danger this time. Moamba did well. Steinson comes inside. Moamba. Bit too elaborate there, really, Bolton. Looked as though the cross was a better option. Cahill. Back to O'Brien. Angle forward. And they've got in each other's way there, Davis and Moamba.
I'm just looking, I think Gary Megson has changed his formation slightly, because Moamba looks to be playing slightly wider out on this right-hand side now.
Steinson's long throw, Davis with the flick on. It only takes a second, doesn't it? And that illustrates the precarious nature of a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, as well as Liverpool have played in this first half, they will want the second goal, which they will feel then will make it more comfortable for themselves. 1-0, one little mistake, one piece of quality by Bolton, and they're back into the game.
Into the final minute of the half. Gerrard. Untidy, that one. And Alonso hit the gas. And the ball over the top for Keane, who's onside. Good covering there by O'Brien. And apart from that mad dash from his goal, Pepe Reina's had a very quiet 45 minutes here. His kick swings out towards Dirk Kuyt. And as I suspected, just 1 minute of stoppage time. It's really been an easy game to referee as well. Mr. Styles has not had a decision to make, really. The Reebok Stadium, quiet. Forward for Elmander, rather. And kept in play by Davis, only just. 3 in the middle for Bolton here. They'll just about have enough time to take the corner. He didn't hear the shout, says Jamie Carragher.
Well, chance for Bolton to get back into the game right at half-time. This could change the team talks dramatically.
Well, the minute is up. The referee can add at his discretion, of course. Oh, well, I tell you what, the referee's discretion is that was a foul. Otherwise, Liverpool would have lost their lead right on the stroke of half-time. The whistle went before the ball entered the net. But why?
Oh, I'm just looking at Reina. Look at Reina. I think it's with Nolan, isn't it? Initially. There was a little bit of pushing and shoving, but Reina pushes first, and I just wondered, as that came in, Nolan reacted. The whistle went very early, didn't it? It actually went before the goal was scored. But it just shows you, as dominant as Liverpool have been, we did say it's probably Bolton's best way back into the game. Well, that is a talking point at half-time.
Well, I said Mr. Styles hadn't had a decision to make. He made one, and a controversial one, literally in the dying seconds. I think Bolton can feel rightly aggrieved that the referee ruled out what seemed a perfectly good goal. It was a perfectly brilliant goal by Dirk Kuyt that gave Liverpool the lead, and an angry-looking Gary Megson looks as though he's in the mood to confront the official. The Bolton players telling him nothing wrong. As Nigel said, probably if there was a foul, it was committed first by the Liverpool goalkeeper. Well, that's given the fans something to get their teeth into at half-time. But the interval score sees Bolton Wanderers trailing Liverpool by 1-0. Moamba is the man he has replaced. Well, we wondered, Nigel, if Gary Megson would make a more positive, look at that, talking of positive, right from the off. Ricardo Nogada has just run at the Liverpool defence, astonishing. And he's won a free kick. Well, how about that?
Roy of the Rovers stuff, wasn't it? Just go on a substitute. But in saying that, Garner's very positive. Nips between the two Liverpool players. There's not a lot of contact. Maybe the referee is still wondering about that disallowed goal. And a great chance here for Bolton to apply some early pressure in this second half. Let's just hope they're more positive. Surely they must be with Gardner on the pitch.
Cahill, the player who had that goal disallowed, is in that group of white-shirted Bolton players in and around the penalty spot as McCann plays it in. Oh, no one knew where it was for a second there. Liverpool have had a lucky escape. Much brighter start to the second half by the home side, who were very cautious and negative in the first 45 minutes. Certainly Liverpool deserved to go in at half-time with their lead intact. However, I'm sure Gary Megson will argue till he's blue in the face that that goal by Gary Cahill should have been allowed. Liverpool start again. A slow, patient, measured build-up.
I think when you play the way Bolton are playing today, they're defending very deep. The one thing you do need in your team is genuine pace to help you get from a deep position into an attacking position where you can get up to support Davis, get players around him that are quick. Bolton don't have that.
Flag stays down here, and Elmander forces the save. Liverpool again guilty of expecting an offside decision.
Well, the ball's just played in, it's clearly not offside. Elmander takes it first time, lovely strike. Kept it down well, fired it at Reina.
Interesting to see what happens between Nolan and the goalkeeper for this corner. It was those two who were involved in that highly controversial incident at the end of the first half. It's Steinson. Gardner, he's already had one positive run and another free kick. I'll talk about making an immediate impact.
Well, it's made it.
We're lacking, isn't it?
Well, it's made an impact because he's being positive. He's now running at the Liverpool back four and asking questions. And I think that it could be an interesting matchup in this second half with Gardner and Carragher, because Carragher is a terrific defender, but he's not overly quick.
Well, at last Bolton are giving Liverpool a game. Looks as though McCann's going to tee this up for Nolan, although they might have a little trick up their sleeve. Nolan pointing out that I think it's Mascherano is poised to break. Referee's watching him as well.
It can't be 10 yards if the wall's 10.
Exactly. Oh, that took a little flick off the wall as Nolan hit it.
Good strike by Nolan. Just shifted to the side. And actually, Nolan fires it through the wall. Reina is right behind it. But much better start to this second half. Maybe we do have a game on after all.
Well, Reina obviously felt that he was fouled by Nolan in that incident at the end of the first half. But each time you see it play back, you wonder even more why Mr. Styles disallowed the goal. Reina busy already. Slices the clearance. Well, Bolton will feel they've got a bit of momentum going now. Bravely sticking his head in. And it's another free kick. That's three now that Bolton have won in the opening minutes of the half. Riera the culprit this time.
What you have to look at, though, is the areas that Bolton are winning the free kicks in the Liverpool half for the first time in the match.
Ambitious effort there from Nolan. Now they're claiming a foul, but the referee waves play on. Gerrard. And Liverpool have made a very untidy start to this second half. Mr. Styles back in the spotlight.
Well, actually, it was good refereeing by Rob Styles there. It's late. Look at Gardner, he is late. He wants to play advantage, the referee, but there was no advantage, so he's right to bring it back. So let's give him some credit where it's due. It was good refereeing.
Gary Megson freely admits that he doesn't have the best relationship with the Bolton Wanderers fans, who don't seem to have ever really taken to him, but although that might have reinforced that view in the first 45 minutes, his team have made a very positive start to this second half. And Liverpool not passing the ball as well as they did earlier in the game. It's their turn to go backwards. Now they can go forwards with Xabi Alonso. Gerrard. Cout, the goal scorer, lets it through to Carragher. No foul. Liverpool unhappy about that. And Gardner's in again. Can he finish? No, he can't. And he can't believe it either.
Well, we would have had another talking point here, because it was clearly a foul on the Liverpool player initially, but Gardner does ever so well. He bursts into the box, he's round Wayne. I was just wondering whether the angle was too much. As he goes to roll it across the goal, loses his foot in, and the chance has gone. I think there we got, has he lost a tooth there?
It certainly looks that way. I'm not sure Mr. Stiles is a qualified dentist as well, so he might have to go off here. Oh no, he's giving it to the physio. Just look after that for me for half an hour or so, would you?
Oh, terrific play by Gardner. He does everything right. I was looking and watching, thinking he's going to go round the goalkeeper here. Just maybe took it slightly too wide, lost his foot in. The chances are gone, but a much positive start to this half by Bolton. And you can hear the fans, they're responding to it.
Well, hindsight's a wonderful thing, I know, but you do wonder how different this game might have been if Gardner had been in the starting 11. Off they go again, Bolton Wanderers, looking so much more confident and accomplished now. Committed a foul though. Steinson, the guilty man, the Icelandic international. They signed from the Dutch league last season. Gerrard has lost possession. Here goes Gardner on one of those trademark runs. Samuel. It's a useful cross as well. And Liverpool are being tested here. Taylor's header.
Well, quite simply, Bolton are playing higher up the pitch. They're pressurising Liverpool earlier. They're asking questions of Liverpool. Can you pass it around us under pressure? And the answer at the moment is no. We know Liverpool do have that quality to do it, but it's making for a much more entertaining game.
And is it time for Fernando Torres to be introduced? Very little football in the last 3 weeks. A brief substitute appearance followed by a start against Tottenham in the Carling Cup. He had to go off. It was taken off anyway early in the second half. Keane offside. I get the feeling there will be more goals in this game. Quite who's going to score them, I'm not sure. Jääskeläinen's deep kick. Davis battling for possession. And it went over Elmander's head as well.
Yeah, you can see Kevin Davis there is asking for Jääskeläinen to play that straight down the middle, because what will happen then is, even if it's a bit long for Davis, it can cause uncertainty between the back four and the keeper. With it playing it out slightly wider, if it's too long, it obviously just bounces out for a goal kick.
Terrible kick again there. I'm not quite sure what's happened to Pepe Reina's kicking today. That's 3 he sliced off the pitch now. Samuel, clever. Oh, well played, well played. Brilliant run this. Good tackle as well by Sami Hyypiä. Samuel still in there biting back. That's exactly what Bolton weren't doing in the first half. Well, this game is far from secure for Liverpool at the moment. 10 minutes into the half. They lead 1-0 thanks to Dirk Kuyt's goal. A splendid header from Aurelio's cross.
Well, Liverpool can't get any quality possession of the ball. They're not being allowed to get the ball down and pass it around like they like to. Slow build-up. They're being hustled, and Bolton are trying to take the game to Liverpool.
Totally different complexion on this match now. Bolton's throw. They want to get it to Gardner at every opportunity, and it looks as though Torres is about to be introduced here. Rafa Benitez admitting in his media conference yesterday that he's still 2 or 3 weeks away, to use his phrase, from complete fitness. So there has to be something of a gamble putting him on now, as Keane loses possession.
Well, I think this is going to be an interesting substitution. Is he going to go almost like for like and take off Keane and play with still one centre forward, or will he Torres on as the main centre forward and play Keane in behind him? That means taking off a midfield player.
As Gerrard takes Liverpool forward, they've got an injured player in their own half, Dirk Kuyt. Gallagher. And now I think Alonso has realised that he's got Aurelio in a bit of pain here. Liverpool now will have to hold off before they make their substitution, just to see how he is here. He looks in pain, doesn't he? Below to the ribs by the looks of it. Ooh, yeah, ouch.
Yeah, just see there as Davies comes in, just catches him with his elbow under the ribs. It'll be painful, a little bit bruised maybe in the morning. Will he come off? No, I don't think so.
Well, we understand from the Liverpool bench that they were about to bring on Fernando Torres in place of Robbie Keane. Now, whether this injury changes things, we'll have to wait and see. He's taking the opportunity to get some instructions from the respective managers. Be very careful, of course, with anything around the ribs. Danger of punctured lungs and things like that. So if there is a risk, they won't take it.
Just watching the linesman there, I know it's only a little point, but why do they always cover their mouth when they're talking?
Presumably they think we don't want them to know what they're saying. Quite why, I don't know. Ouch. Aurelio is still waiting and wondering what's going to happen here, as fourth official Phil Dowd finally hauls aloft Robbie Keane's number. And he doesn't look too pleased about it. You wouldn't expect him to be happy, would you? But he also looks a little mystified as well.
I don't think he can quite believe this substitution, can he? But different type of player, Keane and Torres, but like for like in terms of that Torres will now go up and play again as the lone centre forward, as Keane was doing. But I think we'll see some different movement from Torres to what we've seen Keane's movement in this game.
He's missed 6 or 7 games with that hamstring problem, and played just about an hour against Tottenham in midweek. Two Bolton men going for the same ball then. They're fortunate to get away with that, Cahill and O'Brien. And they've suddenly got another problem to deal with now, as a disappointed Robbie Keane takes his place on the bench. An hour coming up here at the Reebok. Bolton 0, Liverpool 1 in the Barclays Premier League. And it's broken here to Gerrard. Look at the space and time he had. Vieira, back to Gerrard, good block. Bolton falling back, as they did for much of the first half.
Yeah, it's better play by Liverpool. Managed to get 1 or 2 passes away. Gerrard with a shot that was blocked. But Bolton will have to take some chances. They're more positive in this second half to try and get back into the game. Still got 30 minutes left though.
Ristolainen just gets there ahead of Torres. A sight of him coming off the bench, enough to strike fear into the hearts of any Bolton defender. The sensation, I think it would be fair to call him, of the previous Premier League campaign. His first in English football. 33 goals he delivered, and his all-round play excellent as well. Bolton have given it away. Alonso finds Torres. Gerrard steaming forward in support. Oh, that is the second unbelievable miss of the match. Keane in the first half, Gerrard now.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Great run by Torres, perfect cross, and again, I'm just expecting Gerrard to slide it in. I still can't work out here what he's done again. The same with Keane. Just, well, he's trying almost to toe-end the ball into the net.
Well, I said in the first half we have a candidate for miss of the season. We've got two now. And then if you think of Ricardo Gardner for Bolton as well, how dangerous will those misses prove to be for Liverpool. Bolton have got a free kick in a good position here, and Matthew Taylor can belt the ball from there.
Well, the more this game goes on, the more it reminds me of the Liverpool-Tottenham game. I'm not sure we'll get the same outcome, but Liverpool should have put that game to bed within the first 15 minutes of the second half. This game should be over, but it's still very much alive.
Most certainly is, and it could come to life for Bolton in a second. Taylor, tell you what, that was close. Did he get a touch? He's claiming the goalkeeper tipped it over.
Well, my initial reaction is the keeper saves it. I think does he get a fingertip on this?
He's getting a few favours off the officials today, isn't he, Pepe Reina?
Maybe he knows something about the referee.
I assume Taylor's had something to say there. And we see the game's first yellow card. I think he'd get a red if he was within earshot of Mr. Styles at the moment. Not a happy man, Gary Megson. Torres sees that one bounce away as well.
I just wonder whether the respect campaign is going to last in this game.
Is it going to last the season? There have been a lot of high-profile incidents recently. As Hupia just fails to get that one away. Liverpool living on the edge a little bit. Far and away, Bolton's best spell in the game. As McCann tries to pick out that ball down the centre for Taylor. Davis beyond him. Agger's header away. Now it's dropping to Bolton players. It was always going to Liverpool in the first half. Just to confirm the yellow card, by the way, shown to the Bolton skipper Kevin Nolan for dissent.
Just watching this is the free kick coming in. I think he does touch it.
Well, look,
you can't see why it is hard for referees. They get one look at it. We've seen it a couple of times. We think there was a little nick over by Reina.
Poor effort there from Steinson. Well, I did say Mr. Styles is one of our more controversial referees, and he's been in form today. Lively down there on the touchline. Cahill's header. Mr. Arnold's given it away. Bolton are on the front foot. They're on the back foot for most of the first half. Can they get that vital goal that would lift this crowd here? They've got a corner. They're dangerous from there.
Well, I was saying in the first half how negative Bolton were and how difficult it is sometimes to change the mindset of the players, but you've got to give them credit. They've done it very well.
And again, Rayner has come for the ball and not got there. McCann. Much easier for the keeper this time. He's dangerously close to being out of his area when he carried that, and he's given it away. Oh, what on earth was Gardner thinking of that?
Well, it's just a mix-up, wasn't it, between Gardner and Davis. Gardner thought that Davis was going to make that little run for him, and he was going to feed it into the channel.
Liverpool desperate for a second goal that would surely kill Bolton off.
Just shows what a team can do by lifting their tempo, changing their formation slightly and being more positive. Liverpool are a quality team, but they're being made to look very ordinary.
Hupia thought he was foul then, but the decision is corner, and we've seen from previous corners that Pepe Reina is uncomfortable here.
Look at Nolan, he's back in that position again. Look at the referee pointing, he's already saying, I'm watching it to be interesting.
Well, there's no law against standing there, and that's all he was doing. You could argue that's all he was doing when Cahill here put the header into the Liverpool net at the end of the first half. We're midway through the second half, and Liverpool's lead, I didn't think I'd say this in the first 45 minutes, is looking precarious. Suarez can't get a touch yet. McCann. Samuel. Tester there for Sami Hyypiä. Carragher. We've seen two sides of Liverpool today. They passed the ball very well in the first half, and admittedly Bolton gave them a lot of time and room to do so. In the second half, they have been ragged at times. Well, how about getting on with the game, ref? Somebody's obviously said something to him again, but don't really want to see the lengthy lectures. Couldn't that have been done with just a word in the ear?
Just wondering, you know, if you're a Bolton supporter, I think you can accept losing. If Bolton did go on to lose this game with the second half performance that they've put in, they'll probably be asking questions why they were so negative in the first half. Was it because Liverpool was so good, or was the tactics wrong?
There's Riera, who's seen little of the ball in this second half. Torres let it run through. Gerrard's shot deflected. Maybe not.
Well, it's good play by Liverpool. Riera fizzes it in. Torres overs it. Comes to Gerrard. You can see what he's looking to do. Just curl it into the corner. Jaskalainen would not have got there. Gerrard, I think, believing there, he should have scored. You could see it was close. His reaction told you.
Well, if Liverpool do not win this game, they will curse themselves forevermore. When you think of the sitters that have been missed by Gerrard and Keane. Torres rather is offside here. Handball, was it, by Agger?
Well, I didn't think it was handball. I think Agger's hand is up, but I actually think it hits him almost on the back of the neck, on the shoulders.
Gardner slipped there at the crucial moment. And Liverpool are grateful for the gift. On the backtracking, wins a free kick. Seems a strange decision to me. An interesting game, Mr. Styles.
Well, it was so easy for him in the first half because it was non-competitive. But this reminds me of what Bolton are all about.
Yeah, good point. This is the real Bolton we're seeing in this half. Within inches of getting an equaliser again then.
We're not just talking about them being physical, but they're working hard. And when they have got the ball down, they have moved it around the pitch well. So we shouldn't just say they are physical. They're big, they're a strong team. But they're just working so much harder in this half, and they seem to have a lot more confidence.
Can Torres get in here? No. Challenged by Andy O'Brien. That's brilliant control by Davis. Very difficult with the defender right behind you like that. And more, possibly. No, again, play on. Gardner. Gets it back from Nolan. Finds the skipper with the return ball. He tries to find the corner of the net.
It's good skill by Nolan there. Good play again by Bolton. But I still think he may have took the wrong option. A little chip to the far post. Bolton had men over.
Aurelio brushed aside. I wonder if that rib injury is bothering him. He's got to get his concentration going here. He thought that was going to go out. And as a result of Steinson's challenge, they kept the ball in the Liverpool half. Sloppy there from Aurelio. Well, Benitez would have been furious if a goal had resulted from that. And it's been headed into the path of Torres. Did well. Nicked it back off O'Brien. It's another great ball in, and this time there is no mistake from the skipper. Steven Gerrard might well have sealed the points for Liverpool again. And the return of Torres had much to do with that goal.
Well, it's fabulous play by Torres and Gerrard, but Bolton have two chances to clear this ball. And I think it's O'Brien both times. He doesn't deal with it. And this time, Gerrard is in the right place and he doesn't miss. Terrific ball outside of the foot. Look at that ball into the box. Gerrard makes no mistake this time, but I do feel the goal was initially given to them by two mistakes from O'Brien. He had two chances to clear the ball, and now the game's gone. For Bolton, as good as they've been in this second half, one slip-up could have cost them some points in this match.
Steven Gerrard's 7th goal of the season, well on the way to emulating his total for last season when he scored 21. And Bolton will curse their luck. And also, as Nigel rightly says, some rather poor defending. Just the breathing space Liverpool needed. Gallagher heads it away. McCann, Gardner. McCann's there again. It's an effort. Well, Liverpool have weathered the storm, if you can call it that. Got their second goal and might well be regaining the leadership of the Barclays Premier League, at least for a couple of hours.
Well, I think Liverpool have showed their quality. They withstood the pressure in the second half. They were rocking, they were wobbling, they didn't fall down, and then they've added the killer touch with quality, Torres and Gerrard.
Very happy visiting fans now, but they must have been a little bit concerned for the first almost half an hour of this second half. That will have knocked the stuffing out of Bolton, just as they must have believed that they could get back in the game.
Bolton really now, in the next 10 minutes, need to try and find a goal somehow, just to give them a glimmer of hope.
The body language of some of the Bolton players suggests that maybe they think now the game is beyond them, but they've got to keep applying themselves. Jeskalainen looking for Davis. So many of those little flick-on headers.
They're just not dropping, are they, at the moment? As good as Bolton have been in the second half, those little flick-ons in and around the box just not landed at the feet of a Bolton player. Or is it good defending by Liverpool? They are usually very, very strong defensively.
Sami Hyypiä returning to that defence today, remember? Below the player who's suspended. So Gallagher's gone into his place at right back as Jeskalainen is closed down there by Fernando Torres. Well, he sent him on, no doubt, to score a goal. Torres has provided one for the skipper instead. And it looks as though Bolton's brief winning run is coming to an end. Liverpool looking in good shape as December and all the fixtures that involves looms large. Is Jamie Carragher, after all these years as a Liverpool player, finally going to figure in a real championship race? 19 years, remember, since Liverpool won their last league title. The days of Ian Rush and Peter Beardsley, John Barnes and so on. Vieira. Lady overlapping, it's opening up a little space for Xabi Alonso. Well, it's given it away. Bolton have to keep believing in themselves. And they score and give Liverpool an uncomfortable ending to this game.
I was just thinking that every game that passes and Liverpool are sitting near the summit or on the summit of the Barclays Premier League, their fans will start believing that maybe this is the year.
Well, it's incredible to think, isn't it, that some of the younger Liverpool fans have never seen them win the title.
I think the disappointing thing for me is, if you're a Liverpool supporter, is over the last few years, I don't think they think that their team has ever really been in a challenging position.
Yeah.
That's probably the annoying thing for them.
Well, it would appear from the way the season has mapped out so far that this is going to be a very close title race. I don't know what more happened to Vieira then. There have been some strange slips on this surface today, two of which led to howlers right in front of goal, or three if you count Gardner's. Gerrard didn't miss from his second opportunity. And that's not a bad ball. Ooh, just offside, Torres. They get him fully fit, match fit as well. It's quite a formidable thought.
Yeah, I think when you've been out the team for a little while, you come back in, the first couple of games are on adrenaline, and then you need to build up your match fitness, your sharpness. And that's when you'll see Torres at his very best. But it was a quality ball into the box for Gerrard.
I mean, you know what it's like, what's needed to win a league title, Nigel. We'll come back to that as Torres this time is onside here. Can he clinch it? Good goalkeeping by Jeskalainen. But it is this sort of fixture that you have to win to keep in contention, isn't it?
It certainly is. These are the places that you come, especially the away games, where you need to pick up points. You need to keep that momentum going. Even if you only draw, you're still keeping your belief going, and I think Liverpool now are starting to believe that maybe they can put in a genuine title challenge.
Bolton aren't finished yet, but Wenger comes to playing that easily.
We were talking earlier with those two slip-ups that Liverpool had in the last week or so. How they respond today? Well, they got the perfect start and an uncomfortable first period of the second half, but they are coming back strong again now. It looks like, barring a disaster, they will go on to win this game.
Alonso, Gerrard, Torres, Alonso's shot, oh brilliant, and a brilliant save.
Well, this strike is absolutely ferocious. Liverpool work it well. It's a good save. The ball moves in the air because initially it's right at Jaskalainen and then it starts to move around. And look at the keeper, he's almost gone too far. Terrific hand. Good save.
He is some keeper. It's his 11th year at Bolton. There was a lot of rumours when his contract expired at the end of last season that he was going to move on. He stayed here, and boy, are they grateful. And that would have been game over, no question, had he not produced that outstanding stop.
Well, they say a good keeper can be worth 10 plus points a season to you. Bolton certainly need that.
Vieira back in his own penalty area. Now it's Liverpool's turn to lead one up front. I don't think I've ever seen so many players slipping and sliding. I know they've got a partly synthetic surface here. Whether that's contributing, I don't know. Wrong footwear. Well, it's amazing how many people have slipped over today. McCann.
I think what it is about the pitches now is that the drainage is so good that you've always got a lot of grass on the pitch, so the top is very slippy, but just underneath the top of the surface is quite firm, and that doesn't allow the studs to go in properly or just break off.
Yes, because Nolan's waiting to pounce here, never got the opportunity.
If you don't get the studs that go right into the ground, with the pace that the game is now played at, you tend to see a lot more of the players slipping over. I think it's just we've got more quality in the pitch.
Well, he got there this time. First time he has. Pepe Reina.
I mean, you could probably go back 10 years and although we're still, only a third of the way through the season, you would see some wear and tear on the pitches. Not today.
Matthew Taylor will play no part in the remaining minutes here. Eddie Smolarek, the Polish international, on in his place, and a Liverpool change on the way. Lucas Leiva, who played the full 90 minutes in the Carling Cup against Tottenham in midweek, replaces the scorer of Liverpool's first goal, Dirk Kuyt. Another great shift, as they say, by him. Tremendously hard-working player, so valuable. And the younger Brazilians got a bit of magic if they can get the ball to him. Liverpool have only got a few minutes to see it out now and return to the summit of the Barclays Premier League. A draw would have been sufficient, but obviously with Chelsea playing the bottom club, West Bromwich Albion, they would have wanted all 3 points and have almost got them. But here's Gardner in again. Well, we've got a competition today for worst miss.
Well, this is a chance for Bolton to get back in the game. Lovely passage of football, started by Gardner, and there I was just expecting him to finish it as well. Good control, and I was just waiting for a little side foot volley into the corner of the net. Well, he's had two great chances, hasn't he? This game could have been so different.
And how different the statistics have been. Goal attempts more by Bolton than Liverpool in this second half, but it's Liverpool who got the crucial second goal. Gardner, when he scored against Manchester City, by the way, it was his first Premier League goal for about 6 years. And one or two things that we've just seen can tell you why. Well, to be fair to him, he did make a terrific contribution when he came on, but that has now fallen by the wayside along with his teammates. 5 minutes to go.
He was also playing at left back for large periods as well, wasn't he? I like him as a winger. He's got a good pace. He's direct. I think I'd like to see him playing there more often. He's certainly lifted this Bolton team in the second half.
We better not at this stage go into your goal-scoring record, have we, Nigel?
It's certainly better than that. I never talk about my goal-scoring record, but in a matchup against Gardner, I think I'd be quite proud of it.
Well, you weren't there to score goals, were you? In that famous Arsenal back four. Vieira. He seems to be tiring now. Lucas gets his first touch since coming off the bench. Gallagher. Gardner slips. Lucas. Well, there's another one to add to the catalogue of misses. This time, astonishingly, Torres.
Well, this game is all about the misses at the moment, isn't it? I'm sure on another day, well, I don't say sure, I know Torres would have scored. It just had to simply roll it into the net again. Probably got too much pace on that. Hits the outside of the post. Could have caught what? It could have been sitting at probably 4-all.
Well, I mentioned that we might have a competition for worst miss of the season. Entries have just been closed, I think. They've all happened in this game. Keane, Gerrard, Torres, Gardner. At least Gerrard did find the net, and it was that goal that effectively killed off Bolton's challenge and gave them the opportunity to sing their famous anthem. Ball. He was strong there. Couldn't find Davis in the middle though, Elmander. Bolton started the day, by the way, just 2 points above the relegation places. So they'll be looking anxiously at the results of games being played later today and tomorrow. Having said that, they've already won twice as many games as they had at the same stage last season when they finished 16th, although they did avoid relegation by only 1 point, and they gained that on the final day in a 1-1 draw at Chelsea. And this could be one of the briefest appearances as a substitute for Yossi Benayoun. Excellent contribution again by the Spanish international Alberto Riera. Proved to be an inspired signing now. I think a lot of fans who saw him in his Manchester City days were curious as to why Liverpool went for him. He didn't really settle on that first spell in the Premier League. My word, he has this time. The Israeli international will get well, seconds plus stoppage time. Cahill's headed away, finds Gardner, who's gifted it back to Liverpool, and come on, won it back. Amanda down the centre, Gardner still running. Mascherano does that job so well. You don't notice him sometimes, but he's always there at people's ankles. McCann with the shot. Too many bodies in the way. Back in by Cahill. Offside. Liverpool in a hurry to take it. The referee wants it to go back. And there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time. So Liverpool remain in good shape, Nigel. What about Bolton? Where do you see their season going from here?
Well, if they play like they did in the first half, I think they'll be down, fighting relegation. if they can play like they did in the second half, I'm sure they will cause teams a lot of problems. On this performance today, I think Liverpool, with their first half performance, really did deserve to win the match, but they were asked questions for large periods of this second half and they stood up to the challenge. I thoroughly enjoyed the second half performance, but we'll be talking about the misses.
Davis standing in the corner just to clear up the disciplinary situation. Incidentally, Jamie Carragher was apparently shown the yellow card when I think we were seeing a replay of one of the goals. I'm not quite sure why, presumably something he said, but I'm not certain about that. Gardner straight back in, dangerous ball that. And Liverpool can break here. No, Torres couldn't get control. Challenge coming in, but it's Mascherano who comes out with the ball, and they've got a man over here, Liverpool. Benayoun.
Yeah, good break by Liverpool. Bolton committing men forward. Ball comes out to Benayoun. I thought he may have shot there, but he did take the right option, tries to cross it, but there was only Torres on the far post, and this time O'Brien does deal with it.
Well, the first half ended with a bit of controversy from a corner. I wonder what this is going to produce. How much time did he have there, Alonso? He miscontrolled it and still kept possession and finds the skipper. And Gerrard's cross is a good one. He's there again. Oh! Well, as I said, close the voting. This time it's Lucas.
I can't quite believe what I'm watching here. Lovely ball by Gerrard. The quality of the cross is exceptional. And Lucas just needs to head it back across the goal. He heads it down, which you're taught to do, but heads it wide of the post. Well, we're going to have a hard job picking the best miss of this game, because there's several contenders.
Well, they must be haunted, those two goal mouths. There's an evil spirit there that doesn't like strikers. This will be the final action. He took his time, Pepe Reina, but he got there, and Liverpool took their time, but they have got there. They've got back to the top of the Barclays Premier League. Steven Gerrard scoring the crucial second goal when Bolton really came back at them in the second half. One or two moments of controversy. Bolton's disallowed goal right on the stroke of half-time, and 3 or 4 or 5 quite astonishing misses from inside the 6-yard box by both teams. Dirk Kuyt set Liverpool on the way, and they fully deserved the 3 points in the end. Bolton Wanderers 0, Liverpool 2. Hit of the goals that sent Liverpool back to the top of the league. Dirk Kuyt with a brilliant header from Aurelio's superb cross. That was in the first half, 1-0. Bolton came back strongly in the second. That mistake, though, by O'Brien enabled Torres to produce a peach of a ball, and Gerrard headed it in to make it 2-0 and clinch victory.